Of Marriage and Single Life, is an essay by Sir Francis Bacon, written in the late 16th century. In this essay, Bacon explores and compares the advantages and disadvantages of marriage and the single life. Here's a summary of the key points from the essay. Marriage is a social contract. Bacon begins by acknowledging that marriage is a social institution, a contract between two people. He argues that it provides a stable and lawful framework for the continuation of society through the bearing of children. Advantages of marriage. Companionship. Bacon suggests that marriage offers companionship and mutual support. Spouses can provide emotional comfort and help each other in times of need. Children. He emphasizes the importance of marriage for procreation, as it ensures the continuation of the family line and the wider community. Disadvantages of marriage. Responsibility. Bacon notes that marriage brings responsibilities and obligations. Married individuals must care for their spouses and children, which can be financially and emotionally demanding. Distraction. He argues that marriage can be distracting, as it diverts one's attention from personal and professional pursuits. It can lead to conflicts and disputes that hinder personal growth. Advantages of the single life. Freedom. Bacon highlights the freedom that comes with being single. Unmarried individuals have more control over their time and resources and can pursue their personal interests and ambitions without constraints. Peace of mind. He suggests that single people often experience greater tranquility, as they are not burdened by the concerns and conflicts that can arise within a marriage. Disadvantages of the single life. Loneliness. Bacon acknowledges that the single life can be lonely, as it lacks the companionship and emotional support that marriage can provide. No legacy. He argues that single individuals, especially those who choose not to have children, may not leave a lasting legacy or have a significant impact on society. In summary, Francis Bacon's essay, Of Marriage and Single Life, presents a balanced examination of the pros and cons of both marriage and the single life. He recognizes the value of marriage in terms of companionship and procreation, but also acknowledges the responsibilities and distractions it can bring. On the other hand, he emphasizes the freedom and peace of mind that can come with a single life, but acknowledges the potential for loneliness and a lack of legacy. Overall, Bacon leaves it to the reader to decide which life path may be more suitable based on their individual circumstances and priorities. Let's analyze Francis Bacon's essay, Of Marriage and Single Life, more deeply by examining the key themes and ideas presented in the text. 1. Marriage is a social institution. Bacon recognizes that marriage is a fundamental social institution that serves as a contract between individuals. It is not just a personal choice but a means of perpetuating society through the bearing of children. This theme highlights the societal and cultural significance of marriage. 2. Advantages of marriage. Companionship. Bacon acknowledges that marriage provides companionship and emotional support. Spouses can share their joys and sorrows, providing mutual comfort. Children. He emphasizes the importance of marriage in the context of procreation, suggesting that it ensures the continuation of family lines and the broader community. This underscores the role of marriage in society's stability. 3. Disadvantages of marriage. Responsibility. Bacon points out that marriage entails significant responsibilities and obligations. Married individuals must care for their spouses and children, which can be financially and emotionally demanding. Distraction. He argues that marriage can be distracting because it can divert one's attention from personal and professional pursuits. Marital conflicts and responsibilities may hinder personal growth and achievement. 4. Advantages of the single life. Freedom. Bacon highlights the freedom that comes with being single. Unmarried individuals have greater control over their time, finances, and life choices. They can pursue personal interests and ambitions without the constraints of marriage. Peace of mind. He suggests that the single life can offer more tranquility, as it avoids the conflicts and concerns that can arise within a marriage. Single individuals have more autonomy over their lives, potentially leading to greater peace of mind. 5. Disadvantages of the single life. Loneliness. Bacon acknowledges that the single life can be lonely. Without a spouse or family, individuals may lack the companionship and emotional support that marriage can provide. No legacy. He argues that single individuals, especially those who choose not to have children, may not leave a lasting legacy or have a significant impact on society. This idea underscores the role of family and procreation in societal continuity. Overall, Bacon's essay offers a balanced examination of marriage and the single life, presenting a nuanced view of the advantages and disadvantages of each. It reflects the social and cultural norms of Bacon's time, where marriage and family were highly valued. The essay encourages readers to consider their own priorities and circumstances when making decisions about marriage and relationships, recognizing that both paths have their merits and drawbacks. Let's break down Francis Bacon's essay, Of Marriage and Single Life, line by line and provide an explanation for each part. Line 1. He that hath wife and children hath given hostages to fortune, for they are impediments to great enterprises, either of virtue or mischief. Explanation. In this opening line, Bacon suggests that when someone is married and has children, they have essentially offered hostages to fortune. This means that their family can influence and potentially hinder their pursuit of significant achievements, whether those achievements are virtuous or potentially harmful. Line 2. Certainly, the best works, and of greatest merit for the public, have proceeded from the unmarried or childless men, which both in affection and means, have married and endowed the public. Explanation. Bacon argues that historically, some of the most remarkable and valuable contributions to society have come from individuals who were unmarried or childless. These individuals, with their resources and dedication, were able to focus on benefiting the public rather than tending to familial obligations. Line 3. Yet it were great reason that those that have children, should have greatest care of future times, unto which they know they must transmit their dearest pledges. Explanation. Here, Bacon acknowledges the importance of parents ensuring the well-being of future generations, as their children represent their legacy and the continuation of their family line. Parents have a responsibility to provide for and guide their offspring. Line 4. But above all, for empire and greatness, it importeth most, that a nation do profess arms, as their principal honor, study, and occupation. Explanation. Bacon suggests that for a nation to achieve greatness and maintain a powerful empire, it is crucial that its people prioritize the military. He implies that the pursuit of military strength and honor is essential for national success. Line 5. For the things which a man would not have known, but for this vapor of fame, that he hath raised, neither can he repair the mischief, when it is once spread. Explanation. In this line, Bacon discusses the concept of reputation and the role of fame. He suggests that once a person has gained a reputation, it can be difficult to control or rectify the consequences of their actions or decisions, whether positive or negative. Line 6. A man that is young in years, may be old in hours, if he have lost no time. Explanation. Bacon emphasizes the idea that the value of time is more important than a person's age. If someone has used their time effectively and not wasted it, they can be considered old in hours, in terms of wisdom and experience, regardless of their actual age. Line 7. If a man be gracious and courteous to strangers, it shows he is a citizen of the world, and that his heart is no island cut off from other lands, but a continent that joins to them. Explanation. Bacon suggests that being kind and welcoming to strangers is a sign of a person's cosmopolitan nature and openness to the world. It indicates that their heart and personality are not isolated but connected to others and open to different cultures and experiences. Line 8. If he be compassionate towards the afflictions of others, it shows that his heart is like the noble tree that is wounded itself when it gives the balm. Explanation. Bacon praises compassion, stating that when a person is empathetic and helps alleviate the suffering of others, it demonstrates their generous and benevolent nature. He uses the metaphor of a tree that provides healing sap even when it is wounded itself to illustrate this point. These lines from Francis Bacon's essay, Of Marriage and Single Life, provide insights into his views on marriage, parenthood, fame, time management, and the qualities he values in individuals. It's important to note that Bacon's perspectives reflect the societal norms and values of his time. Let's continue to analyze Francis Bacon's essay, Of Marriage and Single Life, line by line. Line 9. If he easily pardons and remits offenses, it shows that his mind is planted above injuries, so that he cannot be shot. Explanation. Bacon asserts that someone who readily forgives and overlooks offenses demonstrates a magnanimous character. Their mindset is above petty grievances and grudges, making them immune to being emotionally hurt or shot by the actions of others. Line 10. If he be thankful for small benefits, it shows that he weighs men's minds, and not their trash. Explanation. Bacon suggests that expressing gratitude for even small favors indicates that a person values the intentions and thoughts of others, not just material gifts or possessions. They appreciate the goodwill and generosity behind the gestures. Line 11. But above all, if he have street Paul's perfection, that he would wish to be an anathema from Christ for the salvation of his brethren, it shows much a divine nature, and a kind of conformity with Christ himself. Explanation. Here, Bacon references the Christian concept of self-sacrifice and unconditional love. He admires the idea that someone would be willing to endure great suffering, even to the extent of being separated from Christ, for the sake of saving others. This, Bacon suggests, reflects a divine and Christ-like nature. Line 12. Yet more, if he labor to pay down the debt he never borrowed, he shall be accounted a wise man amongst fools. Explanation. Bacon praises the wisdom of someone who goes out of their way to help others, even when they are not obligated to do so. Such a person, in his view, stands out as wise in a world where selfishness is more common. Line 13. But, on the other side, push not arguments too far, bring them to that the dullest may think you have some use of them. Explanation. In this line, Bacon advises against overextending arguments or making them overly complex. He suggests that it's better to present arguments in a way that even the least intelligent individuals can grasp and find useful. Line 14. It is strange how long some men will lie in wait to speak somewhat they desire to say, and how far about they will fetch, and how many other matters they will beat over, to come near it. It is a thing of great patience, but yet of much use. Explanation. Bacon reflects on the human tendency to be patient in order to express something important or desired. He notes that some people will go to great lengths, discussing various topics, to approach the subject they truly wish to address. He recognizes the value of patience and persistence in communication. Line 15. A sudden, bold, and unexpected question doth many times surprise a man, and lay him open. Explanation. Bacon highlights the effectiveness of asking a direct and unexpected question to catch someone off guard and reveal their true thoughts or feelings. Such questions can be powerful tools in communication and investigation. These lines provide further insight into Bacon's thoughts on virtues like compassion, gratitude, forgiveness, selflessness, and effective communication. They reflect his emphasis on the qualities he values in individuals and his observations on human behavior and interaction. Let's continue analyzing Francis Bacon's essay, Of Marriage and Single Life, line by line. Line 16. Like as there is a cuisine and confection of poverty, so there is in poverty. It is a strange poverty that is rich. Explanation. Bacon compares poverty to a culinary dish, suggesting that just as there can be skillful cooking and preparation of poor quality ingredients, cuisine and confection of poverty, there is also a type of poverty that appears strange because it possesses hidden wealth. This line underscores the idea that material wealth is not the only form of richness. Line 17. There is a confession in the face of men, gives an obscure clearness to things that were but felt without it. Explanation. Bacon discusses the concept of a confession in the face, indicating that one's facial expressions and demeanor can reveal their inner thoughts and emotions. This transparency in expressions can make things that were previously only felt become clear to others. He suggests that nonverbal communication is a powerful means of conveying one's feelings. Line 18. And if a man have great success in his affairs, it is a sign God favors him, and if he have the justice of his cause, it is a sign God favors him. Explanation. Bacon attributes success in one's endeavors to the favor of God. He suggests that if a person not only achieves success but also has justice on their side, it is a clear indication that they are in alignment with God's will. Line 19. The mischief of it is, that when a man hath done, then he beginneth. And when he is out of suit, he is out of his character. Explanation. Bacon reflects on how people's behavior can change depending on their circumstances. When a person is actively engaged in a pursuit or a legal case, in suit they may behave in a certain way. However, once the situation is resolved, out of suit, their behavior and character can change. Line 20. He that hath wife and children, hath given hostages to fortune, for they are impediments to great enterprises, either of virtue or mischief. Explanation. This line is a repetition of the idea presented in the opening line of the essay, emphasizing the notion that marriage and children can be both a blessing and a potential hindrance to a person's pursuits, whether virtuous or harmful. These additional lines from Bacon's essay further explore various aspects of human behavior, communication, and the relationship between fortune, success, and morality. They provide a rich and multifaceted perspective on the themes and ideas presented in the essay. Let's continue to analyze Francis Bacon's essay, Of Marriage and Single Life, from where we left off. Line 21. Certainly, the best works, and of the greatest merit for the public, have proceeded from the unmarried or childless men, which both in affection and means, have married and endowed the public. Explanation. Bacon asserts that some of the most significant and meritorious contributions to society have come from individuals who were unmarried or childless. These individuals, having both the emotional inclination and the resources to do so, have supported and enriched the public through their actions and philanthropy. Line 22. Yet it were great reason that those that have children should have the greatest care of future times, unto which they know they must transmit their dearest pledges. Explanation. Here, Bacon highlights the moral obligation of parents to care for and consider the well-being of future generations. Parents should be particularly concerned about the world they will leave behind for their children, as they are responsible for transmitting their values and legacies to the next generation. Line 23. But above all, for empire and greatness, it importeth most that a nation do profess arms, as their principal honor, study, and occupation. Explanation. Bacon argues that for a nation to achieve and maintain greatness and power, it is crucial that the people prioritize the military. He suggests that the pursuit of military strength and honor should be at the forefront of a nation's identity, study, and occupation. Line 24. For the things which a man would not have known, but for this vapor of fame that he hath raised, neither can he repair the mischief when it is once spread. Explanation. Bacon discusses the concept of fame and how it can bring both knowledge and consequences. Once a person has gained fame or notoriety, there are things they may not have been aware of before that become known. However, once something harmful has spread due to their fame, it can be challenging or impossible to rectify. Line 25. A man that is young in years may be old in hours, if he have lost no time. Explanation. Bacon underscores the value of effective time management and productivity. A person can accumulate a wealth of experience and wisdom in a relatively short time if they have made efficient use of their time without wasting it. Line 26. If a man be gracious and courteous to strangers, it shows he is a citizen of the world, and that his heart is no island cut off from other lands, but a continent that joins to them. Explanation. Bacon praises the virtue of being open and friendly to strangers, which he sees as an indicator of a person's cosmopolitan nature. It signifies that their heart and character are open to the world and connected to the experiences and perspectives of people from different cultures. Line 27. If he be compassionate towards the afflictions of others, it shows that his heart is like the noble tree that is wounded itself when it gives the balm. Explanation. Bacon celebrates compassion, suggesting that a person who is empathetic and helps alleviate the suffering of others possesses a noble and generous heart. He uses the metaphor of a tree that provides healing sap even when it is wounded itself to illustrate this point. These lines provide a deeper understanding of Francis Bacon's views on various subjects, including the responsibilities of parents, the role of fame, the value of time, and the virtues of kindness and compassion. They continue to contribute to the overarching themes and ideas of the essay.